Good morning. Today I would like to demonstrate on how to install the American Electric ATB LED series fixtures. If you take a look at this fitter area, these fitter bosses are tapered, and therefore you don't have to get the bolt as tight as you would if the threads were machined and we used a machine bolt. These are actually thread forming screws, and they actually penetrate into the wall of the housing and cut threads in there, so it doesn't require as much tightness as, like I said, a machine bolt would. What you want to do is you want to slide the fixture onto the mast arm and level it up. There's steps in here to set your mast arm to, and then there's a stop at the back to stop that mast arm from going on in and damaging wires. But you want to set it to the step that's going to enable you to level your fixture. And I always like to use a 3/8 inch drive socket when I'm working on these, just so I don't over torque them. And one of the main things to keep in mind when you're applying these fixtures to the mast arm is you want to take and you want to secure one side a little bit and then the other side a little bit, kind of like you were going to torque engine bolts. You would go from side to side until you get that both of them run down together. You don't want to run one side all the way down and then try to tighten the other side, because that's going to put excess pressure on that other boss and could potentially break the housing. So what I like to do is run the bolts down until they're level and secure, and then all we're going to do now, because if you look at the fitter clamp, this fitter clamp is designed in a manner where it's going to try to bite into the mast arm itself. We've got the bolts good and secure. We don't have to over tighten them because the bolts are not going to back out. All we're interested in is keeping the fixture on the arm and keeping the fixture from rotating. So we're just going to snug it down and give it a couple of turns, and that is plenty tight enough to secure. As you can see, I can't move that fixture on the arm. Our spec says anywhere from 10 to 12 foot torque pounds. That's maximum that you would want to put on that fixture. I would say anywhere from 6 to 8 foot torque pounds is plenty. So you just don't want to sit here and crank on this thing till you start to deform this fitter clamp. What you'll actually see is the tighter you get that before this casting would break, you'll actually see that fitter clamp start to separate here. And if you start to see that, you've over tightened the fixture. We've just snugged it up good, and it is plenty secure to make sure that that stays on the mast arm.